Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about why I eat the way that I do. So let's just get right to it. To start off with, let's talk about how I eat. So I actually eat a paleo based diet. It's not full paleo because I still have some processed things every now and then. I'm dairy-free, egg-free, gluten-free, and refined sugar-free. All of these things are by choice and not by diagnosis. I just find that I feel better when I don't eat these things. I do eat them sometimes, but generally I will stay away from them. So I can still have foods like pizza, but I will only have it like once every 2 months. Or I can have a milkshake, but I'll just have almond milk instead of milk. So it's just simple things that I've switched out to make all the foods I eat mostly dairy-free, egg-free, gluten-free, and refined sugar-free. So the reason why I actually like this is because it just makes me feel so much better. I used to feel quite lethargic and just didn't want to move and quite foggy in the head. And I found as soon as I cut all of these things out, or mostly it was the dairy and the refined sugar, it just felt so much better. And it also, as a great side effect, made my skin a lot better. So I actually used to eat very badly, to have junk food all day and drink no water, and I would have like orange juice or apple juice, which is okay, but not when you're fully substituting it for water. So I would have a sugary cereal for breakfast, and then I would have muesli bars or chocolate or chips for lunch, and then I would have takeaway pizza or just oily foods for dinner. And I'm not saying that these foods are actually all bad, it's just more that everything in moderation is okay. So I was having way too much of these foods, way too much fat, way too much sugar, and not enough fruit, veg, and water. So if you do have these foods every now and then, that is perfectly fine. Just have water. I highly recommend water for your gut, for your brain, and just for every single organ in your body. So once I found out that what I was actually eating wasn't the best food for me, I started researching diets and foods that would help me like get better skin or feel better. And I did try a lot of diets, but I just couldn't stick to them. I probably lasted a week on each one, and they were just impractical to the way I lived, and being only like 14 or 15 when I was trying these, I didn't have a lot of freedom in what I could eat. So at that time I would generally just eat what was in the cupboard, because of course I couldn't go to the supermarket to get what I needed to eat from the diet. So that made it very hard to follow them. And even if I had the foods, I actually don't think I would have followed them, because I don't like that much structure in my eating. I like to just listen to my body and think, what do I actually want, and then eat it. I tried counting calories for a while. I think I did a month of this, but generally counting calories is more for weight loss. And as I said, I just wanted to get a healthier diet. So I found that with counting calories, it was more how much you ate, not what you ate. So it didn't actually help me in any way, because I could still eat ice cream and pizza and chips, because it was just how many calories I ate of that. Definitely helped in how much I ate of those foods. And I did start eating a few vegetables, because I found out that they had quite low calories and higher water content. So I guess in that way it helped, but in general counting calories did not help me at all. I found out a bit about paleo-based eating from Sarah's Day on YouTube, and I actually figured out that she was eating the foods that I loved, but still like having healthy alternatives. So that's when I started thinking, oh, maybe it's the dairy that's making me feel a bit lethargic and foggy in the head, and maybe I should actually be drinking more water. Vegetables will help my digestion and just cut my meals a bit, but still not having heaps of carbs. That's also when I cut out refined sugar. So generally I will swap out in like cakes or cookies or something. If I'm making them, I'll swap out the sugar for honey or coconut sugar, or I just won't have it at all, which some people may not like how like no sugar in things, but I actually quite like it because I find everything is filled with sugar. So it was nice to just have a bit of a break with that, with cupcakes or cookies or muesli bars. It was just nice to have a break from all the sugar. As I cut out the dairy and the sugar, I found that my skin was actually so much better. When I was eating all the junk food, I had lots of pimples across my forehead and on my temples. A bit on my chin, but not too much. And then as soon as I started drinking the water, that helped a lot. And the dairy-free and refined sugar-free, I definitely cleared up a lot in my forehead and my temples. And then when I cut out most of gluten, that also helped heaps because I was having way too much gluten and not enough fruit and vegetables. So at the moment, most of my meals will be more than half of vegetables or a fruit or something filled with fibre, because that just fills up your tummy without overloading your body with fat or carbs. And then I'll have about a third or a little less than a third of either carbs or a protein or a healthy fat, and that just fills me up every single time, and I'm not going back for heaps of snacks. I still snack a lot, but I'll generally have a piece of fruit or a corn cracker. I'm definitely not saying that you should go paleo based eating or full paleo, or you should cut out anything from your diet, but I'm just sharing my story and why I eat the way that I do and how I eat that way. If you are planning on changing your diet, I would recommend going to a healthcare professional and talking to them about it, so you're actually getting all your food groups and everything that your body needs, because you don't want to cut out something and then realize that you actually cut out something that your body really needs to function. So I definitely recommend taking guidance, finding what best suits you in eating. But I do highly recommend have lots of water through your day. I think it's 2 to 3 litres per day, and I know that sounds like a lot, but when you're sipping on it through the day, it just disappears, which is really fantastic. Here's my video on why I eat the way that I do. If you enjoyed it, if you found anything interesting, or you know more about diet or anything more than I do, which I'm sure a lot of you do, leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and subscribe if you want more videos on health and fitness and well-being. And I hope to see you next time. See you!